The Dropout Challenge really is very consistent with a multi-tiered systems of support model, or in a similar way dealing with only behavior, a positive behavior interventions and support model. But really both of those two models talk about working with all students and providing supportive services to all students, and then identifying students that need additional supports in either a Tier 2 or a Tier 3 way. So if we think of the Dropout Challenge, schools should be really working on supporting all students in helping to limit attendance problems, behavior problems, and course proficiency problems. The program intends that each school selects 10 to 15 students. It can be on an annual basis, so that in a following year after participating, the school selects 10 to 15 new students and keeps increasing the number over the years that they have of students participating, or they can just make sure their numbers stay at 10 to 15. The school has a structure set up in the Dropout Challenge. First, they have a dropout monitor, and this is the person who knows everyone that's participating in the Dropout Challenge, the students and the adults. Second, there are adult advocates that work with each of the 10 to 15 students. Someone might ask, does it have to be one adult advocate for each student so that there's 10 to 15 adult advocates? And it really depends on capacity and availability in the school. This is the driving machinery, if you will, of these Superintendent's Dropout Challenge, that each of the 10 to 15 students have a specific adult advocate that works with them in their areas of attendance, behavior, course proficiency. Again, it could be suspension, expulsion, belonging, didn't like school, moved, all of the indicators of dropout or future dropout, many of which are applicable to even elementary school students. This adult advocate works specifically with the student. So if you're a school and you have 30 to 45 students to choose from, you want to isolate which are the ones that are going to benefit from that adult relationship the most. And you might pick students who might have the lowest amount of adult inputs, or in some cases might have the most challenging adult inputs, whatever that may be. But a school wants to really be judicious with their implementation of the Dropout Challenge, so they pick the kids that'll benefit the most. A school might say, well, which grade level should I pick? And I like to say it's good to focus on transition years. If you're in elementary school and you find that a lot of students have problems when they get to 7th grade, you might want to emphasize some of your 6th grade students. But at the same time, you might want to emphasize some of the other grades, or you might have a 3rd grade that seems to have a lot of behavior problems. Then you might want to provide some supports there. Remember, please, that the Dropout Challenge might be providing supportive services to 10 to 15 students, but it's to help the school in building their systems to help all students. So even if they're providing, for instance, behavior supports to 10 or so students, it's really to help the school to be extending their behavior programs that they're already doing to help all students.